Hey guys, today I'm going to try and simulate the lightsaber sound effect. I'm not 100% sure how to make it, but we will figure it out together. So now, when you think of the lightsaber sound effect, and I'm talking about Star Wars for those of you that don't know what a lightsaber is, I think of it as making a kind of like that kind of sound. I know that's not the real sound, but anyways. The first thing I'm going to do in approaching how to simulate the sound is actually think, well, what am I doing that's making that sound? Like, try and pick it apart. So for one, there's some sort of pitch, although it's quite muted. So I'd probably start with a sawtooth wave. Then there's also a lot of air, like so maybe I can put some white noise over that, and then there are also varying degrees of kind of loudness and stuff like that. So it's not like it's more like so that will probably be the trickiest part. But anyway, let's start with making a good bass sound, and then we can edit it to make it sound like a moving kind of lightsaber in a fight. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Logic Pro. If you don't have Logic Pro, it's fine. You can use any DAW because the methods I'm going to use are universal, so you can apply it to any kind of software that you're using. Alright, so I'm going to start with the ES2 synthesizer. Okay, so the ES2 synthesizer. The reason I want to use this synthesizer is because, as you see here, here, and here, 1, 2, 3, there are 3 different oscillators that you can play with here, which is great. If you just want a straight sound, you only need one wave to make the sound, but because it's a slightly complex waveform, I'm going to use more than one. So, what did I say? First I'm going to do like a sawtooth type wave. I think it's a bit high. And just because I don't want it to be so prominent, I'm going to have another sawtooth wave an octave lower. Let's enable it by clicking. I'm going to have another one like an octave lower. Can you see it? It's not even as clear anymore. That's like a very distinct no pitch. By adding this one, well, now there are 2 pitches, and it's not, you're not sure, is it no or no? Obviously like octaves lower than what I just sang. By sliding this thing around, I can choose how much of the first oscillator I want versus the second. So this would, if I put it down here in the 100% corner, I'm going to get 100% sound from this one. If I move it up, I'm going to get 100% sound of the top one. And if I move it to the corner, I'm going to get 100% sound of the third one. But because the sound is off, it's not activated. See, now it's activated, now it's not. I'm not going to get anything. If I click on the key, no sound. Clicking. So I'm going to go for them. I think that sounds good for now. Another thing that I also noticed about the lightsaber sound, it's not that distinct. It's not like, nah, it's not piercing. So to do that, I'm going to take some, I'm going to cut off some of the higher frequencies that are harsh. See, this is just, it just says cut, but I think it's like a high cut filter. It's not particularly descriptive. Oh, and also this is the high cut filter for the first oscillator. There's a number 1. And this is the oscillator for the second filter. Alright. So ideally I would actually do this. And that's fine. We will get to that later. We can automate the sound to do that. But as a base, I'm going to start with that. Alright, cool. Come quite attached to the note D. Okay, the second thing I want to do is add a bit of air to it. I'm sure there are many ways, or various ways to do this, but I'm going to do it by adding a bit of white noise. Actually, in specific, I'm going to add pink noise, because it's just not as harsh as white noise. It doesn't have even random distortion over all frequencies. It's a bit skewed. But I'll show you now. So, I'm going to go to Utility, Test Oscillator, Pink Noise. hella loud, bro. Okay, pink noise is this, white noise. You hear the difference. Pink noise is it's a little muted, white noise is like quite harsh. I'm not sure. Oh, that's only for the waves. Okay, we don't need this very loud. Ooh, what's this? Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, pink noise. Okay, let's do a bit of pink noise. The irritating thing is it's going to play all the time, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bounce out some pink noise. Call it pink noise. And then I'm going to shut you up real good. I'm going to add the audio file, because at least now it's not going constantly only when I play. Okay, I'm going to make it louder. Okay, now let's hear the sound and the pink noise together. Alright, that sounds nothing like a lightsaber, but fret not. It sounds a bit more like a lightsaber. Alright, now we need to do something to the sound. What I'm going to do to sound is go back to what I mentioned earlier, and let's automate this cutoff. So it goes. Something like that. So to do that, this is a bit of a sneaky way of doing this because I'm lazy. What I usually do is I activate automation by clicking A. If your A is not working, maybe it's because you've got your keypad here. You need to click Shift to make the keypad go, otherwise you're going to play the note A. Click Shift so that you take this away, and now click A. Now you get the automation. Now if you go on this read button, you click it and you go latch. What that does is any changes you make now during playback, it'll record, logic will record. So I'm going to play. See that it's changing them. Okay. So I didn't actually want to play with that one, I want to play with this one. Okay, so now that I've got the automation values, I actually just did it to get the LPF cutoff. Well, another way you could have done it instead of going that route is you click A and then here you can choose. And you could have gone to ES2 because we are wanting to automate something in the synthesizer oscillator. And then I would have had to find the LPF cutoff in here. But because I was too lazy to like look through all these thingies, I just latched it, automated it, because then it automatically set this to the right thing. Alright, cool. So guys, I'm mostly tired, eh? Oh. Okay. Go draw it. It was a bit too high. This can go to faster. Something funny going on there. That's a bit better. Okay, I'm going to do the same with this. I can automate the volume as well as the EQ. Ugh. I mean, you can spend lots of time perfecting the automation, but I think you know what I'm trying to do here. Let's just save this. Strategic save. Now this overall thing is just too loud. I'm going to play with the equalizer. I'm going to set the locator so when I press play it's going to repeat. Okay, now that I have something I want to do, I'm going to latch it. Now another thing you can do is take the automation select these bad boys. Move it over. Okay. Frequencies are so too high. Okay, so I'll say let's just leave it as it is for now. I'm going to bounce these bad boys into one. And what I'm going to do now is cut it up. So because I just randomly cut it up, I need to do fade ins and outs to avoid clipping. So that's what I'm doing now. Some fades. It's getting there. Now I'm going to just do some on other pictures as well. I'm going to change the pitch of this to 1 semitone lower, so I'm going to go to factory time and pitch machine, and then at the bottom minus 100%, which is equal to 1 semitone. I'm just cutting the lower semitone one and mixing it with the higher semitone one. Just make it a layouter. Okay, so I'm happy with the bass sound. I now want to just do it in a sequence that makes it sound more realistic. That's oh, I got a message. Okay, that's nowhere close to what I need. Sorry, Magic, you're gonna have to wait. Because you're interrupting my video, you see. Making a sampler. You should know this technique by now. I use it in all my work. It's flat or whatever, but anyway. Cool. Remove all of this. Well, I think it's starting to come together. I did check with my husband, who is a avid Star Wars fan, whether it sounds remotely like a lightsaber, and he said the one tiny little fraction of it did. So I see that as a great success. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and I'll try and help you as best as I can. Have a lovely day, and please do wear sunscreen if you go out in the sun. Okay, thanks, bye!